Chinese culture has always been steeped in mythical wisps of symbolism and mystery. Flowers, many symbolic of luck and wealth, seem to permeate every aspect of Chinese culture. Even tree flowers like the plum blossoms have been depicted in Chinese art and poetry for centuries. Let's dive into the world of Chinese flowers and grow some of our own. 1. Chinese rose. Native to southwest China and the province of Hubei, the Chinese rose is also known as China or Bengal rose. It has the unique ability to bloom all year round. Its beauty makes it the queen of flowers given to romantic partners. It also symbolizes good luck and is gifted to celebrate achievements and birthdays. 2. Camellia. These large plants are considered southern China's national flower. Often made into teas and essential oils, the camellia represents young sons and daughters in Chinese culture. The camellia also infers faithfulness, perfection, and passion or desire. Fun fact, the oil of the camellia plant is used to sharpen blades and knives. 3. Lotus. The lotus has deep spiritual meaning in Buddhism. Its meanings are purity and innocence. Many believe the lotus is the seed of Buddha, making it a holy flower. The lotus flower is often used in Chinese medicine for coughs, fever, and stomach problems. Easily grown in water features and ponds, its gentle movements represent tranquility and beauty. 4. Orchid. Most orchids are indoor plants, but there are hardier ground-growing orchids you can grow outdoors. In China, the orchid symbolizes love, beauty, wealth, and the unity of married couples. These ancient plants are thought to have been around since before the continents shifted. 5. Chrysanthemum. China started cultivating chrysanthemums centuries ago. Ancient Chinese writings mention the flower from as far back as the 15th century B.C. The boiled roots of chrysanthemums are believed to provide relief from headaches. They're symbolic of the 9th lunar month and autumn. The Chinese word for chrysanthemum symbolizes long life and duration. 6. Hibiscus. Also known as the Chinese hibiscus, the hibiscus is very popular in China. Hibiscus flowers are a traditional Chinese medicinal herb that promotes appetite, clears summer heat, promotes diuresis, relieves cough and thirst, and clears infections. The petals are even used in making women's black hair dye or black shoe polish. 7. Magnolia. The magnolia is beloved in China and has been selectively bred for centuries. The flower was very expensive and precious in ancient times, only owned by Chinese emperors. Magnolias have medicinal properties that help with depression, indigestion, weight loss, constipation, asthma, headaches, and anxiety. 8. Iris. In China, it's believed the iris is a messenger and spirit of summer. It brings the news of summer's arrival, and as the summer wind blows, its petals fly and flutter like butterfly wings. That's why it's famously known as the purple butterfly in China. It's also believed to prolong life when eaten. 9. Peony. The peony flower has been held in high esteem in China for centuries. They're often known as the king of flowers and are China's unofficial national flower. In ancient China, they were often the flower of choice at weddings and were sewn into the clothes of imperial family members. You could lose your head as a commoner if you were anything with peonies. 10. Trichosanthes kirillali. Famously known as the Chinese snake gourd or Chinese cucumber. The Trichosanthes kirillali is a flowering plant found in Shandong, Henan, Shaanxi, Hebei, and Shaanxi. It's a perennial climber that grows fast and is among the 50 fundamental herbs used in traditional Chinese medicine. 11. Sunflower. In Chinese culture, the sunflower represents good luck and longevity. Giving sunflowers at the start of a new business or graduation is considered auspicious. In ancient China, people believed they radiated powers of immortality. Royalty ate sunflower seeds as snacks to attain immortality. 12. Azalea. A native of East Asia, the azalea is an important ornamental flower of classical Chinese gardens. And there are countless hybrids with different kinds of beauty. The flower was made famous by poets in the Tang dynasty, who were often homesick, expressing sadness every time they saw the azalea as they missed their loved ones. 13. Narcissus. Commonly called the daffodil and encompassing jonquils as well, the Narcissus genus has many names in Chinese culture. It symbolizes good fortune and is highly esteemed for bringing forth good tidings. It's the symbol of the Chinese New Year, with many legends associated with the flower, including the water goddess of Shang River. It's the most popular flower in East China's Fujian province. 14. Osmanthus. The osmanthus is one of the 10 reputed traditional flowers of China. Only those with wealth and status could plant them in ancient China. It's a traditional Chinese symbol of romance and love. Used in making flower-scented tea, the osmanthus has grown in China for thousands of years. A famous city called Guilin has many osmanthus trees, with the scenery reputed by many as the finest under the heavens. 15. Rhododendron. The rhododendron is among the most famous flowers in China, and is often referred to as the Venus of flowers. Chinese poets and scholars have long admired its beauty, with some of the Tang dynasty describing it as making all flowers pale before its beauty. Though similar to azaleas in some ways, rhododendrons have different bloom times, flowers, stamens, colors, and foliage. 16. Gardenia. In Chinese tradition and culture, the gardenia symbolizes November and represents feminine beauty and strength. Chinese women traditionally adorn their hair with gardenia flowers, and used its fragrance as a vital ingredient in making incense and cosmetics. Seeds of the flower were used to make a yellow dye. 17. Jasmine. As early as the Western Han Dynasty 206 BC 9 AD, jasmine was grown in Fuzhou, the largest city in China's Fujian province. In Chinese culture, jasmine symbolizes forever love, and is one of the holy flowers of Buddhism. Often called the Queen of the Night, the fragrance of jasmine is considered to be of heaven. 18. Lilies. In Chinese culture, lilies signify happiness and good fortune. They're often gifted to women on their weddings or birthdays. Lilies are considered bringers of sons, and traditional Chinese culture favored sons. The flower also represents 100 years of love in China, and is popular at weddings. 19. Aster. The aster is a distinctive daisy-like flower known for its star-shaped flowerhead. They've been grown in China for at least 2,000 years. Asters were used in traditional Chinese medicine and tea to cure lung deficiencies, coughs, hangovers, and indigestion. They're composite flowers, comprising a central core of many tiny flowers surrounded by long petals. 20. Wintersweet. Wintersweet is known as the flower of December in China because it only blossoms in harsh winter. The bowl-shaped flowers have a sweet fragrance and usually bloom from November to March, unafraid of the cold or snow. 21. Balsamine. Known in China as the flower of July, balsamine can easily grow to 30 inches, but it exceeds these heights in the wild. Different parts have medicinal properties, and traditional Chinese remedies use them for disease and skin medications. It's believed to be a phoenix incarnation, one of Chinese mythology's most powerful and beautiful mythical animals. 22. Water lilies. The Chinese name for water lilies translates to sleeping lotus, and they've been cultivated as an ornamental plant for over 3,000 years. According to legend, the flower was once a star that fell from the sky and turned into a water lily. In Chinese and Buddhist traditions, they symbolize resurrection, since the flowers close at night and open in the morning at first light. 23. Chinese sacred lily. The Chinese sacred lily has been cultivated in China for over 1,000 years. And it's among the top 10 famous flowers, thanks to its beauty and fragrance. Sacred lily bulbs are a must-have for many Chinese families during the Chinese Spring Festival. 24. Ranunculus. Usually known as buttercups, there are around 78 species and 9 varieties of ranunculus flowers widely distributed in China. They embody strong adaptability and have traditionally been used in folk medicine. In ancient times, people used them in divination to teach wisdom and deepen spiritual connections. 25. Tulip. Tulips originally grew wildly in the Tianshan Mountains before the tulip mania of the 17th century, when they became an exotic luxury and collector's item. They've captivated people for generations, and since ancient times, they're considered a declaration of love, a symbol of new beginnings. 26. Chinese carnation. The Chinese carnation is commonly known as China pink. It features magnificent colors, making it perfect for lining garden boxes, flower beds, and edges. You can sow it as early as February, and it doesn't require much maintenance after it's settled in. A native of China, it offers a prolonged blooming period from March and April to October. I hope you found this helpful and enjoyable. Let me know which of these flowers is your favorites in the comments below. And as always, if you found this content valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more plant care tips and growing information.